minute to respond, and then once we do all three, then we'll have everybody gets the opportunity for like a 30-second like add-on of like if you thought of anything else that you would want to add after we go through all of them. And then we have a presentation from our boy Scotty with Our Streets, who will ask a question, and then everyone gets a minute to respond. Then we have Dave Ham from Van View of Power, who's going to give another little speech, and then a question for everyone to answer. And then, as we're doing all this, we got these two questions, which we asked at our last town hall, and we really appreciated the answers. But we got some different people, and we really want to hear from everybody in the audience, and the candidates included. So if everybody can think about what is something special about the downtown east side, and what is something that would improve the downtown east side. And when we get to it, we're going to go around and get some really quick answers. And then a bunch of people wrote questions they had. We're going to pick 3 of those and get some minute responses to that. It's a lot of stuff. Wow. We'll see how it works. But it'll be fun. And, yeah. And then y'all have been to so many events that you're probably exhausted, so hopefully, I don't know, hopefully this is fun. But I'd like to invite up our actual MC, Effie. Give it up for Effie.
You can speak a little louder, please.
A little louder?
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
Those sort of little soft.
I'm soft-spoken.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's my constant problem. Did you turn me up?
You're up.
Yeah.
Use your street voice.
My street voice is...
There's a little comedy there.
Yeah, I got good bites. So thank you all for coming. It's a full room. That's really beautiful to see. And thank you to the candidates. I know you've been doing a lot of these and schlepping all over town to answer questions, but we really appreciate you coming to the downtown east side
Fuck
today.
that shit.
Yeah, that's a clap right there. That's a clap.
I guess we'll call it
So we're gonna have some introductions here first. And I also have a question for you within these introductions, so keep up, everyone. I got one fan here, that's pretty cool. Okay, so first we have Guy Dubé. Hello, welcome Guy. And so you have 1 minute to introduce yourself, and the question that everyone's going to get is, why is it important for you to come into the downtown east side today?
Yeah. Live here.
Oh yeah. That's good. I was like, let's show freaking out.
What now?
We also have a timing card too, so you know.
Right there.
Thank you. So everyone, my name is Guy, and for those of you who are looking, that sounds like so kind. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. I did have the pleasure a few years back to actually live in the downtown east side, but I was very lucky because in a sense that I wasn't unhoused because I had friends who had homes in basement suites, so I got an opportunity to live right in Strathcona, and then a few months down just right here on Pender. So I had an opportunity to walk this neighborhood and primetime chicken across the street at 4 p.m. Oh, yeah. Goes 50% off. Here, I'm running because I feel what's happening around the world, the negativity, the fascism, the hate for others. If they're not like you, then you aren't good. I want to take that and smash that down. And I'm going to try and do it with kindness and love. And there's some great people behind me who are here to do the same thing to tell kids you can't take something that wasn't yours in the first place. There you go. Thank you.
Beautiful, thank you. And next up we got Sean Orr.
Yeah, my name is Sean Orr. I'm one of the Cope, a party that has had a proud history of fighting for the downtown east side with my predecessor, Dean Swanson, and my mentor. I live on the edge of downtown East Side in Gastown, and I've taken it upon myself as a colonizer, as a gentrifier, to sort of learn how to ameliorate that effect, and to educate myself, and to stick up for the residents of the downtown East Side, and leave my platform as a journalist to do that. I've been at Wood Squat, I've had lived experience, I've been in recovery down here. I was arrested at Main and Hastings once by the cops who thought I was on drugs. I wasn't, I couldn't sleep, and we know that sleep deprivation is one of the biggest drivers of psychosis, so I have that lived experience. I know what it means to live with that, and I will fight like hell to defend the downtown East Side from being used as a bargaining chip, but by being used as a moral failure somehow. And yeah, I'll do everything I can for you. Thank you.
All right, back down. Annette Riley, we have next, and same question to you. Little intro, and why was it important for you to come down here today?
Yeah, thank you, Ashley. I'm Annette Riley. I live in East Van. I'm a mother of 2. I'm a cancer survivor. Yeah. Colon cancer. Get your butts checked. I'm here to fight for those that need to be fought for, whose voices aren't being heard. I know what that's like. I've been advocating for young adults with cancer for over a decade now, and I am here as a renter, as somebody who pays a landlord and has that terrifying cloud hanging over their head every single day that they're going to get evicted. I'm on the board of the Gender Equity and Media Society as well, and I head the advocacy committee. I'm all about making the world a better place. That's where I'm running. I cannot stand by anymore and watch this world burn. I have to do something for my children. I have to do something for this city that I love. And this neighborhood here has been ostracized and condemned for decades since I moved in this area in the mid-90s, and I have to wrap it up. Thank you so much for having me.
Even if you have to stand up.
We're saving questions for later. Yeah, not this moment.
Do you want me to just right here?
Okay.
Right here.
And now we have Roller Girl.
Hi, Roller Girl Vancouver. I'm from Kitchener, Ontario. I'm a country girl. Craig Robinson wants to name this different name. I say, well, what don't you say, well, Vancouver Island too, okay? That's my solution, because we're all an island. Anyway, I've been ostracized by almost every individual in downtown East Side. Why? Because they don't understand about intersex. Being ostracized is very degrading. I deal with it every day. I'm talking about eviction. I'm in a place right now. I'm 57 years old. I'm very mature. I know what to do. Make it more safer. Being kind is step 1 to being safe. Okay? So that's basically my platform. Okay? About the drug using down here. Okay? I'm not all for people using drugs in front of me. Why? I never did it. Why? There should be some sort of different program. The program down here needs to change. Okay? The Vancouver police gets paid over $800 a minute. You know? So, yeah, that's the truth. Okay? There's not going to be no car-free days. There's no fun Vancouver, and it's getting worse. Okay? We're all Trump. Okay? No. Okay? I'm not going to choose what you're going to be, or what you're going to be, or what I'm going to be. And nobody has that friggin' fucking right. Okay?
Thank you, Roller.
Excellent. So vote for me. Roller Girl. I will fight for you. I've been saying that for the last 25 friggin' bloody ass years. Time to change.
Thank you, Roller Girl. All right, and now we've got Theodore Abbott. Theodore Abbott from TV. Same question to you as well, and a little intro.
Yeah, okay, thanks folks. My name is Theodore Abbott. I'm running for City Council. question is, why was it important for me to come into this meeting today, attend the Downtown East Side? It was important because every other neighborhood in the city has been one that I've gone into during this campaign, and the Downtown East Side is no different. I wanted to come today. I wanted to listen to what you had to say. I wanted to attend this meeting and hear the thoughts of residents actually living the Downtown East Side. I have a background in urban geography, background in urban studies. As an activist and someone who's been involved in direct action for a long time, I have a pretty long CV. I've also been arrested on Hastings Street for attending a protest, not too far from here, Clark Drive. And if I'm elected to council, I'm going to fight like hell to accommodate this community that has so often got the short end of the stick. And if you vote for me on April 5th, you can trust that you're voting for someone who's going to listen to you. And when my phone rings, I'm going to pick up the call, and my door will be open to you. So thank you. Please vote for me.
No, good. Jennifer? Good, sorry. You're the one person I didn't ask how to pronounce your name. Jennifer DeSena.
Hello everyone, I'm Jennifer DeSena, independent candidate. I will tell you something. They are not working here in downtown East Side. I am for 6 years in a row. Honestly, I can work anywhere in Vancouver. I'm allowed to, but I remain to be part of downtown East Side. Where I work in Cooper Place.
Okay.
Right? So I know what's going on here. I am not a bystander. Whoever is needed help, I call 911 for them. No
They don't do
suggestions on
nothing.
that.
Fuck, come on.
I am with you guys. Pandemic, COVID-19, I am with you. As a case manager right now, I am getting housing for you. For some of you, I know I just get help from CLBC and NCFD to get help from one person, and she has a house now. So if you vote for me, I'll be there for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. My name's Lucy Maloney. I have done most of my work in the West End. I live on the other side of the downtown peninsula, and I am here today because I've been around plenty of all candidates meetings in other areas of the city, and I certainly want to make a difference on the downtown peninsula, and especially in my own neighbourhood. I'm coming through here quite a lot because I'm a road safety advocate, and I know that I've got a lot of sympathy with how many crashes there are and how many people from your community are injured on the roads, especially on Hastings, which is supposed to have been traffic calmed, but has certainly had people from this community be blamed for their own victimhood when cars crash into them, sometimes police cars, unfortunately. Thank you.
Okay, so now we've got the democracy questions. So these were chosen by all of you with the little stickers. So the first question is, what would you do to make social housing affordable for people making under 40K a year? Who wants to go first? We're going to mix up the order. Okay, roll the relatives.
Yeah. Hi, I don't know about this 40K, I don't know. I don't make 40K, oh shit, man, I'm on disability. Here, sweetheart.
Oh! I forgot my other job.
I like to call people sweethearts, let's see, happy you're going, and that's who I am. What was the question again, honey?
Yeah, what would you do to make social housing affordable for people?
Oh, what question? Oh my God, it's so easy, hard to do for the federal government, provincial government. Everybody be on BC housing. Simple.
Yeah.
Simple. The simple answer to the simple question, but hard to do. Why? Because the federal government has the charge. They can print out as much $1 billion or $1 billion to warfare and everywhere else. We're BC. We're only one small city. This is a city, country city. Anyways, got 15, 14, 13, 14, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, yeah, but make it more, I get $16,000, $1,600 a month. I can't afford to feed myself. The average person that works, the average person at welfare, they get less than $1,000. Yeah. Boo. Boo. We gotta get a hike rate. Yes.
Thank you. He's really answer that question.
So I think that what we need to do is lower barriers for people trying to get into social housing that already exists. One of the things that I learned when I was in this room attending a Carnegie Housing Project meeting was that at places like Bob Michael Place, BM Place, as we like to call it, there was a very high vacancy rate because there are very high barriers into getting into that housing in the first place. And as we know, a lot of people who are living on a low income can't produce the credentials that are required to actually access this housing. So if I was elected, the first thing that I would do is I'd go into City Hall and I would lower those barriers. You know, talking about people who have, a crime sheet. Yeah, talking about people who don't have a passport. I mean, I have a lot of friends who don't have passports, and they're making more than $40K a year. So first and foremost, lower those barriers, get people into that housing, and also we do have a lot of vacancy in Vancouver, vacant units that could be used to triage the housing crisis as a sort of an intermediate place and before moving people into a more permanent housing situation. Thanks.
Yeah, Roller Graph actually made a good point. I mean, we need to raise the rates. Welfare rates are just absolutely missing. But we can't be pausing supportive housing in the middle of a housing crisis. Let's be real. And he's using it as a bargaining chip to make other municipalities, this is cruel, this is vindictive. We need to stop this encroachment into the downtown Eastside Oppenheimer district, which people in this room fought for. And I know at the time they thought it was a bit of a failure because it was only 60% social housing instead of 100% social housing. But what that did, we were here, we learned about it, is that it cooled land value. So that's the place where you can actually build social housing because the land is depressed because of those conditions. And so how do you build that social housing? Well, you need money. Where does that money come from? Tax the rich. Tax mansions, 1% on $5 million homes can solve homelessness in the downtown east side and across the city in 4 years. We can do this.
Go next time.
I don't have to get up to pass the mic. I'll listen to you.
All right, so I'm going to jump on off of that platform too. As far as we're talking, this pause on social housing is absolutely ridiculous. It was a target for the downtown east side. It absolutely was. It was concealed to begin with, and then he kind of went back on it and said, "Oh yeah, there's seniors, people with disabilities, another part of the city that might be affected." It was a targeted attack. Now, what we need to do right now is we need to be rallying. We need to get on the phone to all these people who are about to run in the federal election and demand that it be part of their platform to give the province enough money so that the province can fund the housing crisis that's happening in Vancouver and has been for the past 30 years. The provincial and the federal governments have not done their responsibility as far as providing us the supports we need as a city with our housing. So let's get on the phone, let's start a campaign to, I just got swore there, but just fucking call them all up. Call them out. Sorry.
You're foul
Oh, bad girl.
I know, I know that.
That was bad.
But I agree with both. Everything that he's saying right now is absolutely true. Edison is truly trying to take, as he said, you want to take the downtown east side. We've never had it. It's never been here. We've had problems with homelessness and houselessness in the downtown east side for decades. We all remember around the not, I was going to say Walmart, not Walmart, the Woodward's building, where 25 years ago, oh my God, we're going to change this. We're going to kick everybody out of their homes. And that's what the billionaires don't understand. A tent is a home, and when they come in with the police and take everything you own, well, what do you expect the next thing is going to be? People are going to be hurt. You're left with nothing. So I just want to go, and all I can say is it's a long process. But we need to try and do a moratorium on the downtown east side and basically say,
We can make a lot of money together if we can get in.
So therefore, all the land value, as Sean said, goes down. And so none of these millionaires will want it because it's like, we'll make money there. So let's do that. Yes,
If you're
that's
all
right.
for it.
Don't come here to make money.
Thank you, Dean. Who's up next?
Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
I will tell you something. There's a lot of non-profit organizations in downtown East Side. And they have funding for SBC housing, different funding. So if I were you, ask your case manager, talk to them, phone them, and say, I want housing. They have fundings. They have busy housing fundings that ask them for you to have a space on those non-profit housing. Lookout House, UGM, Salvation Army, they're just building another building over there, here in that side. Talk to your case manager and say, I need housing for my son. You can do that. Because I am doing it for my clients. So if you're calling your case manager, your social workers, I know all of you, the seniors have social workers, talk to them, phone them. And that's where the money is. That's where your house is. Right now, I know Kenson is pausing this one, but this is your home. It is your human rights to have housing.
Yeah! Thank you, Jason. Lucy.
We all know that housing is a fundamental human right and that we can't expect people to be able to operate without enough sleep and without shelter and security. So it's absolutely unacceptable that there are so many people living on the streets and that we just aren't doing anything about it. We can talk about what the federal government can do. We can talk about what the provincial government can do. Ken Sim and ABC have been pointing the fingers at other municipalities to solve our housing problems when there's so much that they can be doing right now to make a difference in this community and all over Vancouver. I want to make sure that we are using city land and the advantages that we have as a city to, First Nation, urban Indigenous land, thank you, to build deeply affordable housing, to get homeless people inside, to give housing for people that earn minimum wage and low wages. At the moment the city is becoming a market housing landlord. It's a missed opportunity.
All right, we've got question 2 of 3 of our democracy. Name 4 things you would do as a city councillor to end homelessness. To end homelessness. Who would like to go first on this one?
Yeah.
Go underneath.
I'm going to have to pick one of you if someone puts up their hand.
It's your choice, dealer's choice.
Thanks.
It might be underneath here too. Underneath the chair?
Yeah. Okay, so, am I good to go? So, I think the first thing that needs to happen is to stop the pause on new net supportive housing. That's a no-brainer. This is going to only exacerbate the issue in terms of homelessness, people living on the streets. I also think that we need to take a hard look at this money that's been put aside for social procurement with St. Paul's. And there's $200 million there for social procurement. Who's tracking that money? Is that money that can be used to build housing? I mean, hopefully it is, but the city is tracking that money. I think that there is a lot of closed door, backroom dealings going on, and we need to really take a hard look at what this ABC Council has been doing. And the third thing I would do is I would have a long sit down with the Downtown Eastside community and hear what they have to say about how to end homelessness. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't have all the solutions, but I want to learn and I want to listen. Thanks.
All right, let's see, who's the next one?
You do it.
Well, you can't raise someone else's hand.
Roller girl, you can't raise somebody else's hand. Proper pronouns.
As far as 6 years working here in downtown Eastside, your pain is my pain when everyone is asking for housing. Why they are homeless, they don't know as well, right? They don't know. Why? It's because it's uncontrollable. It's psychological that if they're in pain and they don't have money to pay the rent, and that's where it is. So how can we solve that? One, if they are with drug addiction, give them the detox center that is near here. We don't have that one here. There is one in Salvation Army, but it's only one. St. Paul is only one. We need more of that. Detox center, supportive housing, and employment center in one. The work busy is nowhere to go. If you can see that, it's always closed. So we have to open it. We need to have recreation in downtown Eastside, which is Carnegie Theater is doing it. But we need one for all, 4 for 1 in downtown Eastside. We can do this together. Vote for me, I'll give it to you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, 4 things to end homelessness. Sean.
4 things. I think I already mentioned one, which is a mansion tax that would fund the thing. The city also has the power of expropriation. That costs money, so a mansion tax could do that. We've seen that done fairly poorly with a couple of hotels around here, but we can expand that. We can do that right. Another thing is we can legalize 10 cities. We can stop the sweeps. Another thing is housing first, not means tested, housing with wraparound supports, without this kind of toxophobia that goes into things that you have to be clean and sober, removing the barriers, as Theo said as well. That's another one. And then maybe a 5th one, protect the downtown Eastside Hopkins District and expand it. That model has worked here. Expand it across the city. Thank you.
Thanks for saving me the trip.
No pointing, okay, to other candidates. If you're going to correct me, correct other candidates. Right.
One of the big issues we have, right now, Crab Park lets, as Sean said, modular housing. Bring that back. They've put the lease. We have parking lots in downtown everywhere that are waiting. The small homes that we had talked about to get some rental space in the parking lot down by the water. It's a parking lot. Let's put the tiny homes there. Let's find funding. It's not easy, but it can get done. And also, Rodden Lodge. In the meantime, Rodden Lodge, which is just down by on Alexander, it has some 30% of income. It has some SRLs. It's a beautiful building that's 5 years old that we should have, I personally think, about 100 of those in the Lower Mainland, because then we can have downstairs some community space, but also some businesses, for small businesses, for the artists. Second would be medical. We have so many opportunities, but yes, funding, fight, and go to all the different levels of government to fight for it. In City Hall, go in and go, no more consent. Start and continue. That was it.
Thank you.
You gotta go first.
Who do we have next?
I know Lucy wanted to go.
Lucy.
Yeah.
All right.
You gotta go.
I'll go next. Hopefully.
I'd like to re-establish the rental office that Kensington abolished to protect and inform tenants of their rights and help them enforce those rights and enforcement with actual teeth, not like the situation at the moment. And also I'd like to extend the excellent Broadway and tenant protections over the whole city, because at the moment it's not even. I'd like to identify and extend the leases that we currently have for temporary modular housing that are coming up for expiry. We need to identify them and extend them. But also we need to have drug treatment on demand. We need to have much more supportive housing, and also the wraparound healthcare supports that people need, and places to socialise, places to work, places to buy affordable groceries and clothing. We need all of those things, and we need to invest city money in it and not just point the finger at other places. All right, 4 things. Houses, 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 houses. Right? We need houses. It's a fact that the thing that ends homelessness is more houses. Weird, right? Also, did you know that there are studies that have been done where it costs governments much less to house someone than it does to support all of the services that are required for a homelessness problem in the first place? So why aren't we looking into that? So again, houses, that was my number one. The prefab homes, those cost about $12,000, I think. Each, the modular ones, absolutely. We can put a bunch of those up. Pete Fries at the back has been fighting for that, in fact, for a while now. We need these low barrier jobs as well, because people need, this is part of you know, if somebody wants to be working, that is a dignified life, right? If that's what they want to be doing, and if they're capable of doing it, that is what they should be able to do. And then we need grants. We need to continue funding these grants for the services that help people get into better places. Thank you.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about homelessness and all that. I was forced out of my house. Okay? I got evicted because I'm a female. I got evicted because I wasn't accepted. And that's everybody's problem. Can't afford housing, you're not accepted. That's traumatizing. And
how do we fix it?
Pardon?
How do we fix it?
Can you please get back to the question, because I'm very feisty, I'm very emotional. And I feel the world. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, sure, sorry. Name 4 things that you would do as city councilor to end homelessness.
Wow, that's a loaded question.
Yeah, sorry, girl.
Wow, there's a lot of places that, downtown east side, I don't know how many centuries or how many decades, they have not provided the money for redevelopment. The 4 things: recreational, housing, of course, drug using. Basically, they probably have to have about 2 or 3 big houses here, or apartment buildings, to provide that stabilization for drug users, to rehab, to be helped. What about having them to walk? Here's a job you can have, so self-esteem. Help some self-esteem. Self-esteem has the most important thing in the whole wide world, is self-esteem. If people try to knock me down because, I'm an intersex woman every bloody day, I'm sick of it. It needs to be changed. I'm sick of going to sleep every night wondering if I'm going to be homeless. If somebody's going to say, well, make up something and make it more terrible for me. I lived down here for 25 years, directing traffic. Self-care is a solution,
Thank you.
Wake up. Please vote for me, because I'll make it work for you. I will speak up to the mayor and say, hey, this ABC shit has to stop.
Thank you so much, Roberto. Okay, we've got one more question from our democracy. What? Oops, sorry. Talking do the paper, not the microphone. Why did that work? Okay. What's your position on safe supply? Who would like to go first? Remember, I'm going to choose one of you. And then,
Go, honey. I'll go after her.
It's an essential service. This is an evidence-based thing. All the evidence points to safe supply being the best option. End of story. I am going to defend that, and I will find the studies to defend that if need be. But I believe we already have those, and City Council has some for years. Exactly. So, yes. Support. Yay.
Do you want to go next?
Sure.
Can I remind you of the timing, though?
Okay. What was the question again? I'm so sorry.
What's your position on safe supply?
Okay, simple again. Build housing. Supply them with safe drugs, and if they want to quit, that's the decision of them to quit. It's not ours. If they really want to quit, they will quit. If they really want to help themselves, they will help themselves. Okay? That's my motto. I'm an ex-roofer. I won't keep on helping. No matter what, how many times the cops tear me down, beat me up because I'm a rollerblader, because I'm an athlete. You want me to sit down and be crippled? No. That's the model of ABC. They want to crippleize you and marginalize you so you don't survive. So please vote for me. Excellent.
Thank you. Okay, who's next? Safe supply, Sean?
Safe supply saves lives. Period. But also, let's also remember, it barely exists. If we were talking about it like it's this thing that everyone has access to. 4,000 people in this province have access to it. That's nothing. It's 2% of drug users. And it's weaponized by people like Aaron Gunn and these conservative, grifters that are trying to make a buck on their YouTube channel. And it's this idea that it's like everywhere, and it's just not.
Save Crosstown Clinic.
Save Crosstown Clinic, exactly. And let's expand it. And let's have places to get your drugs tested as well, not shut them down. And let's have places that the girl's right. Housing does play into this. This is right. Because if you're using alone on the streets, yes, you're gonna die. SROs have a lot of restrictive guest policies as well too, where you're gonna use by yourself, and that's just wrong. So safe supply, save lives. Let's go.
Yeah. I completely agree. Safe supply does save lives. I live in the West End. I'm a queer man. And one of the programs at Health Initiative for Men, one of the things they do is they do have evenings to come test your drugs. They go around town, you go to parties. If you want to do drugs, that is your choice. But let's do it safely. We have all lost people. We are watching this epidemic of young, talented people who could rule our world, but unfortunately, they just went out one night and tried something fun, and they're dead. Let's make it safe. And yes, absolutely, more places and more maybe mobile test supplies where they do go to parties, they do go to evenings, and yeah, absolutely, safe supply, I'm agreeing more. Yeah, yes. Stop the stigma. Yeah. Good word.
Thanks. My personal view is that safe supply is really important because I don't like seeing lives lost. And a lot of my work is in safe streets and road safety because I don't like seeing lives lost. I'm talking to the people on the doors every day, grandmas crying because they're worried about their grandson who uses drugs, dying of poison drugs. I think it's something like 5 people in Metro Vancouver every day are dying of poison drugs. Correct me if I'm wrong. 7, even worse. Well, it's unacceptable. It affects everybody, and I think some really good solutions have already been mentioned by other candidates, like drug testing and safe injection facilities. And it's just so important because the loss of life is too great.
Saturday, I inject naloxone for those people outside Cougar Place. So if you're asking me if it's having safe supply is okay, yes. I would rather have that rather than doing naloxone. Because I have to do it by myself to get him alive and to call 911 and get them there, which is 5 to 10 minutes to be there. So I would rather have safe injection place, safe supply for everyone to be happy. That's how it is, you know? You have the right to have, marijuana is legal, right? Drugs with 2.5 kilograms are legal. So the only thing we need is safe injection site. That's all.
You need more than that.
Okay, so this topic hits home particularly close for me. I was born and raised in East Vancouver. At the height of the poison drug pandemic, I lost a number of friends: Alexander Blackman, Glenn Rebick, Josh Primu. The list goes on. And these were my dear friends, especially in core members of the skateboard community, which I've been a part of my whole life. We need to regulate safe drugs, and we need safe supply, and that's just the bottom line. We regulate other controlled substances that people use. We also need to get comfy with the fact that some people will always want to experience euphoria. And on a societal level, we seem uncomfortable with that fact, but it's true. And once we get past that, we can move towards properly supporting safe supply. We need to roll it out properly. And we need to make sure that there's proper follow-through and proper treatment that folks can go to if they want to improve their situation. And I think that safe supply was a multi-pillared approach, and it was rolled out in a way that got kind of messy. But the bottom line is we need to do it right, and we need safe supply. Thanks.
Sure, I will go next. Yes.
Oh, yeah, you already went for this one.
You guys turn the camera around.
Okay,
So sorry.
no, it's okay. We both made the same mistake.
I wanted to go twice.
Safe supply.
I think everyone did. Yeah.
That was the.
Well, now it's like.
Oh, if we want to add anything.
Okay, so now we have a 30-second round. If you want to add anything to. I'm just being laughed at from backstage.
That's okay. You're very communist. You're very, not communist, but you're very comical.
Thank you, Rosa. Thank you very much. So we will give you 30 seconds if there's something you want to revisit from the last 3 questions.
I'll revisit all 3 questions in 30 seconds.
But in 30 seconds, it's optional.
It's lightning
round. It's a lightning round, yeah. 30 seconds.
Okay, lightning round. Round 1 to do everything. Build housing. Solution. You know, like small businesses, you can have the small businesses on main floor, recreational. You can have like a swimming pool and everything, gymnastics, whatever. And you know, solution, safe supply, and four high rises or whatever. They want to build high rises. Let's make it work.
All right. Okay,
Solution.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. You did it. That was beautiful. 30 seconds. Anyone else? Anything that you want to double down on or you didn't get to say? Chief.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, what do you want for downtown East Side? For us to engage, for us to advocate for you. Housing. We have to use the land over there, near the port, you know? That's basically where housing can be made, can be built. It's free for us, but the city doesn't like to build something for you guys.
Keep filming. I'm just going to go outside. Okay.
Advocate for it.
Well, I'd like